Grand Rising. Grand Rising, y'all. I finished my hair yesterday. I gotta do the top. But what's in the spiritual 144,000, the remnant of chosen, anointed, holy, righteous, just, and upright. I'm seeing a lot of confusion going on right now as it pertains to the tares of the wicked. And as per usual, you may have noticed that the disrespect has kind of died down. Some of you have cut off the necessary people because you wanted to hold on to certain people that you just wanted to keep giving them the benefit of the doubt that you have love for. And you had to put the pieces together. You had to turn over all the stones to start to recognize the patterns that you may have missed in the beginning, or you may have seen a change in behavior, but you just pushed it to the side. You might have kept a mental note of it. And then as time progressed, you started noticing these patterns even more so. And you discovered that this person that you gave the benefit of the doubt was one of your main culprits because they were very disrespectful. But you have learned that respect is non-negotiable. It's a two-way street. Okay? And if you were the one, which 10 times out of 10, you were the one that was respectful first, and this person or these people, they took that as a means to take your kindness for weakness. So when you were giving respect, they were giving disrespect, and you got tired of it. And every time some of you may have confronted them about their disrespect, or this person about their disrespect, they will turn it around on you as to make it look like and make you feel like that you were doing something wrong, but the whole time they were truly the one that was disrespectful. Always remember that respect is non-negotiable, okay? I am seeing not guilty, okay? A lot of people walked around here, they did smear campaigns, they lied on you, they did some of everything towards you to make you look like that you were the bad person. Okay? You are not guilty because I'm seeing you. You were never the one that was guilty. It was always the people around you because you got people lurking around you. Some are in your face, some are distant, but they had ill will intentions for you. And a lot of these people were jealous and envious of you, okay, because of your aura, because of your personality, because of your character, because you have morals, because you have self-respect. There could have been a time in your past that you didn't show your true self because people had always tried to beat you down, but it was the reason why they was trying to beat you down and bring down your self-esteem and try to cause you to dim your light because they were jealous and envious of you, okay? And there's some that are still trying to set you up, but God has you protected and this will not work, okay? Because they were always playing in your face. See, these people were insecure. They knew, some of them knew they weren't SHIT, excuse my language, or whatever. And they want to be like you, but they don't know how to be. They don't know where to start. Or they're just too lazy to even put their best foot forward and at least try to do right. So because they feel like that they can't get on your level. A lot of times this is where this jealousy and envy comes from. There's a situation where the police is involved, okay? For some people, okay? Or you may have gotten the police involved because of the things going on around you, okay? People were trying to deplete you of your energy, your anointing, okay? And there's somebody out here transmitting demons and or diseases, okay? Sexually transmitted demons or sexually transmitted diseases. One passage, there's three passageways for demons to be transferred from one person to another, via saliva, via blood, and via bodily discharges, or for reproduction, okay? Demons are transported that way, and most sexually transmitted diseases are transferred through those three: blood, saliva, and sexual discharges. A lot of you hadn't had the time to tell your story because you had these haters and these naysayers lying on you and trying to tell your story for you, but the story that they tried to tell or told was not your story at all. It was lies and schemes and things against you because they wanted to be the narrator of your life, okay? Because these people have a lot to hide. There's another side to the story, okay? And a lot of people are going to get to hear your side of the story. There's a lot of people turning around that was recruited to come against you because they were lied to. And where they were wrong at was where, there's two sides to every story. Because they had been brought in on the hate train against you before you could ever get out and tell your story. They just chose to believe what they heard, because chances are you were maybe still out there in the world a little bit, when you was just coming in to turn, be transformed into the person that you are now, because you're better than who you were last year or the year before last or 6 months ago, and see people that they try not to have respect for you, because a lot of times these people, they like to dwell on the past. They're stuck looking back in the past. And with that said, while they're stuck in the past and they're busy looking at you in your past self, they are still dealing and struggling with mistakes that they made in the past for themselves. So a lot of these people, they are unhealed and they can't see forward and they can't see in the present because they're still kicking their own selves in the butts because of still looking back and not dealing and not resolving and not releasing what is no longer serving them. Okay, these people are have broken blood contracts and are receiving demonic entity backlash, because a lot of these people, when they got low and when they felt like that they couldn't get right and they couldn't win, they decided to choose other options, and those other options, they turned from being good and wholesome in light, they chose to turn to darkness. Okay, and so they chose to do occult practices, play in dark magic, all those things that are not of God. But because when they came against you, chosen remnant, 144,000, when they chose to come up against you, they didn't know that they was making the ultimate mistake. Because God says in Psalm 105:15, touch not my anointed ones and do my prophets no harm. And see, these people, they had no understanding of what they were doing when they came up against you, because God's chosen are the most protected. We are the apples of his eye. He will not allow certain things to happen. And because they kept doing the dark practices and trying to take you out and do some of everything under the sun that exists in the kingdom of darkness to come against you, they weren't able to keep up and fulfill their end of the bargain, because they probably prayed to a demonic entity and promised